Nostradamus. It's a name that's brought, thrill to a lot of people for many, many years. And so we're talking like 500 years, because his book with the quatrains and everything was written back in like 1555. A long time ago. So let's just do a reading in regards to this guy. I'm going to say there isn't too much mystery regarding this guy, so it's not like it's, an open and shut case or whatever, murder case, anything like that. He was known to be an astrologer, a physicist, an alchemist, that kind of thing. An interesting person, to say the least. And so the question goes, what are these quatrains in regards to? They're so vague. They're so vague that you can apply them to so many different things. Some are pretty obvious, right? Some are pretty obvious, but we want to ask Spirit. And Spirit, thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate you. Okay. So I went into this whole thing going, I don't know what to ask. I went digging around to see what I could find, what I could ask and everything, but Spirit's just like, okay, we're going to just talk about some of these predictions and if there actually is something out there in regards to that stuff. So, all right, so let's talk about Michel de Nostradamus. Michel de Nostradamus. Tell me about this guy. Tell me what we need to know about this guy. What do we need to know about him? We've got 4 of Cups. I have a distinct feeling of loneliness. This card looks like a loneliness to me. Distinct feeling of loneliness, disappointment with life, kind of a generally like depressed personality, that kind of thing. I do know that he lost his wife and children in the plague. I'm sure that did lead to a lot of problems. And so, the guy, I took a look at his chart just because I'm crazy. And so I look at his chart. We don't know his birth time, but based on the December 14th birth date of 1514, I don't know, it's like 1502 or something like that. Based on that birth time that's given on average, he has a Sagittarius sun, a Libra moon. His Mars is in, was it in Capricorn? No, Neptune's in Capricorn for him. Neptune's in Capricorn for him, and his Mars was in Cancer. So they were directly opposing each other. When Mars opposes Neptune or squares Neptune in anybody's chart, it leads to somebody who's off in their head. They're off daydreaming a lot. I have Mars square Neptune in my chart. It sucks. It sucks a lot. I daydream a lot. A lot of ideas, a lot of things that you want to move forward with. So now, of course, we don't know what his houses are, so and how that particularly affected him. Ace of Cups. He wanted love. That's what he wanted. He wanted a new relationship, and he dreamt about it a lot. So instead, he busied himself. Threw everything into like his work. We've got Knight of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles coming out here. He threw everything into his work to build his financial capabilities, so because he was known, with the French court as the astrologer for the French court. So he did all that stuff. Let's talk about those quatrains, because that's what everybody's here for, right? Let's talk about those quatrains. So Spirit, this book on quatrains that Nostradamus had, the word that's coming into my head is built. The quatrains that he built. They're giving me a lot of information at once. Okay, Spirit, we need to let's split this out here a little bit, please. A lot of information at once means I can't really pick it out nicely. And so it's just all noise. And so, okay, it's a very specific question. So are there quatrains that he wrote that did come true? Yes, they did come true. Which, can you give us an example of one that we can relate to here? Can you give us an example of one that came true that we can relate to here? We have the Hierophant. Something about the... we've got... I don't know why, but this is coming up. I don't know why this is showing me as like the Germany World War II thing. I think it's the one that says Hister in it. The one that says Hister. And this is making me think of World War II. That specific quatrain. That's what I'm thinking of. Now, I don't have these quatrains, memorized or anything like that, of course. But what Spirit wants to get across about these quatrains, Empress, is that there is something there. There is something there to keep an eye on. Is this going to be anytime soon? We've got the Four of Pentacles and Four of Swords. So you've got the numbers 3 and then 4 and 4 coming up. 3 and 4 and 4. Something about this image right here with the sleeping. I don't know if there's a quatrain that talks about something sleeping. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But whatever quatrain has to do with something sleeping, we've got the Four of Pentacles in regards to it, and it's talking about like, hold on for this one. Hold on for this one. Something sleeping. No, I have to look it up. Because it's like I can't move forward without actually knowing what I'm talking about here. Let's see, quatrain. Let's look for quatrain. Let's see here. It's so like random, A lot of these are random. I don't know. If you happen to know what we're talking about here, maybe there's one that talks about sleeping or sleeps or something like that. I'm not going to sit here and do a full-on Google search here right in front of you because it's kind of rude. So, we're not going to do that. Two of Wands. He tended to look out through his crystal ball. If you look at this image, you can see that she's holding like a crystal ball here. He looked out through his crystal ball and he wrote down what he saw. He wrote down what he saw. Queen of Wands, Page of Pentacles. Little seeds of information that could potentially blow up into something bigger. Yeah, Knight of Cups. Could potentially blow up into something bigger. Little seeds of information. Okay, so, gosh, there was something that I was just going to ask and I lost it because I got distracted. Does Nostradamus predict that the world's going to end? We've got the Four of Wands, which means yes. He does predict that. Is that a true prediction? Is that a true prediction, please? Whoa. We have Three of Cups, Knight of Swords, and the Six of Wands. Yeah. Yeah, Three of Cups, Knight of Swords, Six of Wands. It says yes. It says yes. Now, of course, this is all entertainment, okay? It's all entertainment. Take it however it resonates. It's fun. I feel like I don't have any purpose here, Spirit. Eight of Wands, High Priestess. Yes, I need to receive the messages as the psychic. I'm hearing beware or behold. One of those two words. Beware or behold. What? They're not giving me anything. Okay. Spirit, is there anything else that we need to know in regards to Nostradamus here? He had a lot of ideas. We've got the star here. He had a lot of ideas and hopes and dreams. Like I mentioned, he was all up in his head a lot. And so he stayed up out late at night. You know, we've got 9 of Wands here. Constant work. Constant work. Constant, like wounded warrior. Constant work. Ace of Swords. Searching for the truth. Truth of what this life is, basically. We've got the Queen, we've got the Magician, we have the 9 of Pentacles. Like, do we actually have the power to control this? Is what he was searching for. Do we actually have the power to control this life? 9 of Cups, and be satisfied. He was searching for his happiness. He was searching for happiness because he lost it when he lost his wife and children. Page of Wands, looking for that little spark to make it all worth it. 2 of Wands, also, like, you know, so consistent digging into the occult, digging into alchemy, digging into, you know, astronomy and stuff like that. I know he was really big about astronomy, astrology, placements of the planets. One piece of advice that I'm being given here is use with the quatrain wordings, sometimes he's describing planetary bodies and angles. Sometimes he's describing planetary bodies and angles. That is something to look at. Something to consider when looking into his predictions. Why are they so vague? We have 3 of Cups and we have 4 of Wands. People messing around. What I'm hearing here is the not the society, but the system, I'm hearing construct. The construct would go and do stupid things with it. I mean, look at how these cats, and there's a bunch of smoke and stuff like that, like doing spells. It makes me think of that. It makes me think of the system paying attention and doing spells. It's for those who have eyes to hear, eyes to see and ears to hear. Okay. I almost said eyes to hear and ears to see. Okay. So it's meant to be quite cryptic. It's meant to be. The more cryptic it was back then, it was like a puzzle, gave, you know, the French royalty something to think about and everything. And if they perceived that something came true, fantastic. You got a bonus, right? He got more money. He got more business. Building up that coin, right? Neptune keeps coming up in here. Neptune keeps coming up. There must be a quatrain that references Neptune. Yeah, Page of Cups. That's very Neptunian right here. Very Neptunian. Something about Neptune and something in one of his quatrains talking about how it's interacting with another planetary body. Okay, and something occurring because of it. Okay, so can you show me like which other body it's interacting with? Jupiter is the first one that popped in my head. 7 of Cups. Was Neptune even discovered at that point? I don't even know. I don't even know when Neptune was discovered. Because for a long time, those three outer planets, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, they had no idea that those were there. 7 planets. Because what I was looking at was at the 7 of Cups that came up. So I was just thinking 7 major planets. So, if we have the first 4 is up to Mars, 5 is Jupiter, 6 is Saturn, 7 would be Neptune, right? Yeah, I think. Really just depends on the orbit. 6 of Swords, doesn't matter. Okay. Something about Neptune and Jupiter. 2 of Wands, keep an eye out on that. A spark alights. Somebody takes a risk. Somebody takes a risk. So something about that. I don't know what quatrain that has to do with anything, of course. 2 of Swords. I don't like this reading. I don't like it because I don't have the focus here. Yeah, look at this. I mean, just I don't have a focus here. Spirit. Like, what about Michel Nostradamus? He's a dead guy. Something tells me that Michel de Nostradamus is not as special as we make him out to be. That whole idea of how he made it so cryptic and everything is what made him really so popular. If it was very straightforward, it would not be popular. Everybody likes the puzzle. They like the fantasy behind it. Again, Neptune. They like the fantasy behind it. Knight of Cups. We like to be enamored with the idea. We like to be in love with the idea that he's predicted and that somebody's going to tell us what happens in the future. Oh. So that is... Okay, is that what this is turning into? So basically it's the whole thing where Nostradamus really isn't as important as we have actually put the importance on him. We put the importance on him in error, posthumously. Queen of Cups, because we just loved the idea. We were in love with the idea that he had predicted, what's going to happen at the end. We loved that idea. And we like the puzzle. We like something that keeps our attention there. But really, it's not necessary. It's not necessary to watch this guy. There is something about, like, planetary alignments, though. And when I keep hearing something about sleeping... When I was trying to look it up and I was doing sleeping, Edgar Cayce came up. And, he was known as the sleeping prophet, He was known as the sleeping prophet, doing medical readings and stuff like that while under hypnosis and whatnot. That guy is magic when it came to, like, castor oil. Castor oil is so incredibly helpful for people. Not ingested, but placed topically on places where you're backed up. It could be like up in here, A lot of us have this like dangly, especially when you're fat like me. So it's the truth, man. I'm willing to accept the truth. But anyway, so like some people have a lot of extra right in this area. A lot of times you can take what's known as castor oil packs, if you do a Google search on that, And that's something that Edgar Cayce had suggested, and people can use that to decrease the inflammation, like up in here, decrease inflammation in your knees and elbows and feet and all that other good stuff. Just because a lot of times it's an issue with the lymph in your body not moving enough, and castor oil applied topically does move it. So it does work very well. It's very, very effective. I haven't used it nearly enough. I should, but it makes a mess and I don't like it. So apparently it doesn't matter enough for me to do it. But the thing is, I know I have recommended it to other people, and it made such a difference in their lives. Such a difference in their lives. So I don't know why I'm talking about that, but sure. Is there anything else that we need to know in regards to Nostradamus here? We have the Emperor, Temperance, Wheel of Fortune, stand strong in the face of change and adversity, and that adversity provides you with virtue. What's one of my most favorite quotes is, adversity is the foundation of virtue. Just because adversity shows us who we really are and helps you stand in that a little bit better, which is why a lot of us are going through that nowadays, where this world is just not that great. It's not that fun. But I sit here and I wonder, I think it's always been like this, where it's just not that fun. But yet we come here willingly to learn things, right? So adversity is the foundation of virtue. Adversity is how you determine, how you figure out who you are, because then you take a stand on something, And they're saying that, it will happen. Stay strong. Put in the work. All right. I'm going to let this one go here. I'm not sure what this actually is, but whatever. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Have a good day.